Atheist Roundtable, a gathering place for rational people.
Funny pictures and videos.
Profound atheist quotes.
The religious going crazy.
The latest news.
World domination.
Casual discussions.
Baby eating.
The ultimate forum for a lively dialogue. Come join the fun at atheistroundtable.com.
Hello Infidels, this is OnStar reporting for AtheismTV. For videos about my views on news, politics, religion, and more, go to the OnStar channel. For information and news about atheism, keep it right here on AtheismTV. Latest developments in Egypt offer hope for a progressive future. Since Egypt underwent its violent revolution, the country has been managed by the military's generals until elections could occur. In the power vacuum that followed Mubarak's expulsion, the Islamic Brotherhood became perhaps the most powerful influence on the budding democracy's politics. For this reason, there's been some serious concerns that the country's new government might become just as oppressive as the last one. Recently, a more moderate candidate has risen to pose a serious threat to the extremists running for office. Abdelmaniam Abolfata, a previous member of the Islamic Brotherhood, has announced that his plans for the nation include a far less strict moral code than what the other candidates said they would impose. Saying that Sharia's greatest virtues are freedom and justice, he denounced the idea of punishing people for not praying or dressing appropriately. While Abolfata is certainly not a shoo-in, he is polling at nearly 27%, according to the latest opinion poll, thus making him a formidable political threat and Egypt's best hope for a progressive future. French Muslims are urged to vote. For years, the large Muslim minority in France has not been a significant factor in this nation's electoral process, but that may be about to change. This year has seen an organized effort to get French Muslims to exercise their voting rights as citizens of France. Imams and Muslim associations have advanced the call to vote, while not endorsing any party or candidate. The move comes amid an election that has featured a strong showing by the National Front Party and far-right candidate Marine Le Pen, as well as the President Nicolas Sarkozy's criticism of Muslim practices in his campaign speeches. Political pundits believe that socialist François Hollande will be the one to benefit the most if the Islamic voter campaign succeeds. Mohammed Saleh Hamza, a Parisian imam, has previously called upon Muslims to vote. He recently said, "Muslims have a tendency not to vote. Now we're telling them that they are full citizens." He also added that although his fellow Muslims are not organized yet, that the time will come. Arab Americans and supporters hold an anti-bigotry conference in Detroit. Arab Americans held a conference in Detroit, Michigan on April 29th in response to an anti-Islamic conference that took place in Dearborn. Osama Siblani, publisher of the Dearborn-based Arab American News, told attendees that "We stand for America, and the anti-Muslim activists stand against America and against the American way of life." Anti-Muslim activists in Dearborn held what they called the Jessica Muqdad Human Rights Conference on Honor Killings. Two well-known anti-Islam activists, Pamela Geller and Robert Spencer, helped organize the event. These two speakers used the name of Jessica Muqdad, a young Muslim woman who was shot and killed by her father, to promote the conference. They believed that the girl's death was an honor killing, even if police and the county prosecutor determined that it was not the case. Dearborn, Michigan has a large percentage of Muslims and is a frequent target of anti-Islamic activists and Christian extremists, such as Terry Jones, the Quran-burning pastor. Boko Haram is suspected in a church bombing that killed 4. In a continuing wave of violence, the radical Islamist group Boko Haram has become the prime suspect in the recent death of 4 people in the Nigerian city of Maiduguri. Police now believe that 6 members of the radical group hid in a Volkswagen Golf and then shot the pastor and 3 others as they were about to give Holy Communion to worshippers. Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan quickly released a statement condemning the murderous attacks. The country of 160 million people is roughly divided between a predominantly Muslim north and a predominantly Christian south. Sectarian violence has been on a steady increase since the last presidential elections. President Jonathan has been criticized by foreign diplomats and Nigerians alike for allowing the sect's wave of violence to spread. The Boko Haram sect generally attacks figures of authority, but has recently stepped up attacks on innocent civilians.